Hello and welcome to Spain, welcome to La Seu, welcome to finals time, folks. Can you smell it? Can you smell gold in the air? That's because we're about to present 2 gold medals. We are contesting the Canoe Slalom World Cup finals for both men and women in the C1 here in La Seu, the place where Canoe Slalom returned to the Olympic program back in 1992. And we're back here this weekend for some quality racing. It's the last big international hit out before the World Championships and Olympic qualifiers, which will be coming your way from Lee Valley in a couple of weeks' time. Super exciting. But let's not get ahead of ourselves because we've got some quality racing coming your way. Beautiful afternoon, perfect afternoon, as you would expect here in Spain, here in La Seu. It's such a wonderful venue. The athletes love coming here. The spectators love watching the canoe slalom sport. And I've got to say, we've got some quality fields coming up. We've got men's and women's C1. Air temperature, as you can see, 23 degrees. It's a bit warmer than that. A little bit warmer than that. There's no wind at all. It's actually a perfect afternoon. We're getting into, what is it now? Coming up towards 5 o'clock on a Friday afternoon. So folk are starting to make their way down. But before we bring you the final, let's have a little bit of an insight from one of our finalists. Marta Bertoncelli competed in the Olympics in Tokyo.
Hey, I'm Marta Bertoncelli from Italy. I'm a canoe slalom athlete. I was at the Olympics in Tokyo in C1 women, and I really hope to be in Paris next year. For me, racing in Tokyo was just an amazing feeling, and I was just so proud to represent my country in the first Olympic Games for the C1 women. And I really hope to go to Paris, and it would be again a really big dream because I would go there with different goals than I went to Tokyo. So I will fight with everything I have to get there because my teammates are really also so strong, and so however we go, if I do my best, I know I will be happy.
And that is Marta Bertoncelli from Italy, one of the finalists here, joining me in the commentary box. I'm super excited to have convinced her to come back and can call these finals with me. Australian paddler Ros Lawrence. Ros, what great finals we have. Welcome to the commentary.
Thanks, Ross. It's awesome to be here. It's such a spectacular day in Sao. The forecast was for rain, but I'm so glad it's sunny. And yeah, some pretty exciting names ready to race finals for us.
So there's the overall World Cup standings coming into La Seu. Jessica Fox at the top. Eleanor Lillick, who is second, did not make the top 10. She had not one of her best runs in the semi-final, so she will miss out. There you have the final 10 athletes. Jessica Fox will be the last paddler on the course. She set the fastest time. However, the fastest raw time was set by the French paddler Marta Delassus. So, can she reproduce that in the final without the gate touches? She had 2 gate touches, believe it or not, and still managed to qualify 4th fastest, which was quite incredible. There we see, Ros, what are you reading to that? That's where all the damage was done.
Yeah, the highest number of penalties on gate number 3, which is always disappointing for an athlete, but yeah, it's a bit of a tricky one.
So we are underway, and the first paddler on the course, we mentioned in the semi-final, if you were watching then, Teresa Fizarova hasn't had the best of seasons, so this is a chance today to actually get amongst the medals. She would be itching to get back up there on the podium. We know how much she loves this sport, how much time and effort she puts into it, and she would be, I'm sure, a little bit disappointed with the results so far this season, so Roswell should be pretty keen to lay down a good time. Just tell us, is it best in a final to be out there the first on the course and to set a time for everyone else to beat?
Oh, look, I think it's different for every paddler, and really it's up to the athlete to kind of make the best of whatever situation they're in. And you focus, you don't worry too much about what's going on around you. Teresa's a really strong paddler, so whatever's happened so far this season, I'm pretty excited to see what she can do in this final. So
the time that Jess Fox set as the fastest time in the semi-final was a 107.34. Ros, we would expect to win a gold medal here. The time would probably be closer to 105, 106, wouldn't it?
Yeah, look, I know Jess in particular is always great at going faster in the final, so I wouldn't be surprised to see her shave some seconds off.
And Marta Delassus, her raw time was in fact around a 106, so that's the time that people would be looking at to put themselves in contention for a medal. And for Teresa Fizarova, this has been a very good run.
Yeah, she's looking really solid. I'll be pretty excited to see what her time is at the end, but there's a couple of key moves. There's the big drop, and then there's a a tight stagger at the end with a bit of a spin direct option. So we'll see what she does here.
I mentioned that by Teresa's standards this season hasn't been the best. Of course, she's also doing K1 as well. I wonder what effect that's had on her. She's certainly spending a lot more time doing the K1, but this is a good time. So I mentioned 107 was Jess Fox's time in the semi, and this is going to be outside that at 109. Look, the first time is always the time that everyone else has to beat, obviously, and it's much nicer to be standing in the in what we call the kiss and cry zone with a time for everyone else to need to go under. Do the rest of the athletes, and again, I suppose this is an individual thing, Ros, but do the rest of the athletes pay any attention at all to what the previous athletes in a final have done?
Look, I think in the final, really, there's not enough time. You're kind of on the water warming up and not really aware of what's going on, unless you are kind of the last one down. You might have an idea, especially if there's a loud commentator or, you know, big cheers from the crowd, which sometimes there is in Sao. So, but we have Jess as the last paddler, and she's always cool, calm and composed. I don't think it'll be an issue for her.
Except in Tokyo, where she admitted that she had just a little vomit before she set off and won the gold medal. She was so nervous. Gabi Satkova and Teresa Nevlova, they're not in the final. Perhaps a couple of the two surprise omissions. Now, the lady that we just saw in the introduction, Marta Bertoncelli, made her Olympic debut in Tokyo, has been doing the K1 this year as well, but C1 is really her bread and butter, and we'll be interested to see what sort of a time Marta Bertoncelli. She's just such an improved paddler was over the last couple of years. Still young, as you mentioned in the semi-finals, you saw her paddling at the Under-23 World Championship, so she's still got such a big career in front of her.
Yeah, absolutely. She's been racing well for quite a while now. She's got a lot of experience, but yeah, seeing her in both classes is pretty exciting. Most of the women in this final actually do both classes. And there's a great field, a strong field of Italian C1 women. So Marta's representing a few others here as well.
So the only athlete really in here who only does the C1, I think, is Andrea Herzog, who is a former world champion and will be the second last paddler on the course. So it'll be interesting to see how Andrea goes. But this has been a good start here for Marta Bertoncelli. Nice and clean, nice around some of these tight turns. Just holding it together at the moment and looking pretty in control, Ros.
Yeah, she's done well in that double up. It's tricky, but it's a classic move. The athletes all would have practiced it in training a few times.
Gone a little bit wide there, but she's coming across now. Her time is pretty much on a par with the time set by Teresa Fizarova.
Yeah, she's looking a little bit cautious, but as we saw in the semis, it pays to be clean.
Yeah, I think that's the problem. When you're cautious, you need to be clean, and now that touch is going to give her some problems because now she's got to make up 2 seconds, and I don't know that you can do it on this part of the course. So for Marta Bertoncelli, she needs to really finish well. I think she's going to be outside the time set by Teresa Fizarova, so Marta Bertoncelli crosses now in a 1:11.66. So the 2 seconds bumps her down, but even without a gate touch, I don't know that a raw time 1:09 would be. Yeah, there's no problem there. It's definitely a 2, not a 50.
Yeah, look, I think that Marta looked very composed on the finish line. This is a run she can build on moving into Worlds in a few weeks.
And there you go, folks. You just got an exclusive look inside ground control, where it all happens, where all the cookie dough is eaten, the lemonade is drunk, and the important decisions are made. There's Marta Bertoncelli acknowledging the crowd that's turned out today. Look at that, fantastic. They've all wandered down this afternoon from this beautiful town of La Seu in the mountains of Spain to watch what really is their sport. Somebody there getting dressed up for the occasion. They will be cheering on Monica Doria Villarubla. She's from Andorra. It's just up the road. And, Monica earlier this season picked up a medal, in fact, a silver medal in Prague. It was a fantastic performance. So she would love to put down a good run here in front of the crowd here. A lot of people would have travelled from Andorra, I'm sure, to watch her paddle.
Yeah, absolutely. She'll be a home crowd favourite, and she's paddling really aggressively. She's going for it, and I love to see that. in the women's racing. Hope she holds this run together. It'll be pretty exciting. I remember Monica racing here at the 2019 Worlds. She did really well. She's a really fantastic paddler, and still a lot more to come from her, no doubt.
So a good run so far, and look at the crowd behind now that's building up as the afternoon goes on, and there's a lot of people who, they don't have a Spaniard in this final, so they will be well and truly getting behind Monica Doria Villarubla. Can she add to her silver medal that she won earlier this year? So far she's looking good.
Yeah, pretty tight on the entry into up 12, a nice cross into 13, a little bit on the wall there, but...
Oh, she's had to do it twice. She went too early. Oh, my goodness. Just
It's all right. She'll reset, recompose, and keep going.
That's a lot of time to miss. A lot of time to lose there. Just went too early, and it's very hard to correct, isn't it, Ros, when you become committed like that?
Yeah, it's almost maybe the home crowd pressure is a little harder to deal with. The tunes were pumping when I walked across the course to get here this afternoon.
Were they Spanish tunes, or was it a bit of Ricky Martin, or was it? I don't want to talk stereotypes, but there's a 50. That's a 50, unfortunately for Monica Doria Villarubla. A 50-second penalty for those who are just joining us for the first time. If you don't go through the gates, if you miss the gate altogether, that is a 50-second penalty, and nobody wins with a 50-second penalty. So unfortunately for Monica, in front of the home crowd, she was not able to turn it on this afternoon.
Look, Monica will be a bit disappointed with that. I'm sure you can see in her face, but she'll be back bigger and better another day.
Yeah, disappointing. Disappointing indeed. Here we go. We'll have a look here. This is the first touch. She went way too early there. Had to go back around again. And getting a bit dizzy there. Maybe that's why she got a 50. She was so dizzy she didn't know whether she was going forwards or backwards. And look at that. So there is the 50-second penalty. It is a 50-second. Not much doubt about that for Monica Doria Villarubla, which means that Teresa Fizarova still sits there with a 109.87 on top of the leaderboard. A lot of paddlers to come though, a lot of quality paddlers. But we've already had 3 down on the course.
Yeah, next we have Mallory Franklin, who's a pretty formidable competitor in the C1 women field, also in the K1 women.
2017 world champion, silver medalist from the Olympics in Tokyo. And she's had a pretty good season. She spaced out her runs. She missed a couple of the World Cups, but had a great European Championships. She finished 3rd in the Europeans. So, just clipping the gate there. So a 2-second penalty for Mallory. Unfortunately, just didn't quite have the boat under control. It's a big weapon to turn around, Ros.
Yeah, look, if you're going to spin the nose round like that, you need to make sure it's under the pole. It's a pretty hard thing to sideswipe through the middle of the pole without touching it.
So, and it would have been quite obvious to Mallory that she got that touch. So, going through her mind now, we talked about this in the semi-finals, whether this means that an athlete might take more risks than they would normally. You would think, Ros, in a final, you're going to take risks anyway, aren't you? If you want to be in the hunt for a medal, you've got to take risks. Yeah,
I guess the calculated risks, and Mallory's absolutely got the speed to absorb a touch in her time and still do quite well in the final standing. So it'll be interesting to see what the time is when she crosses that finish line.
Well, she's up on the split even with the touch, so it's been a pretty good run, even with the touch. So just, I don't want to put the commentator's curse on her, but if she can just hold it together here on the bottom end of the course, she could be in the mix. Certainly going to be hard to win a gold with the touch, but funnier things have happened. Oh, she's well up on the split now, more than 3 seconds. This has been a very fast run. So I mentioned that Jess Fox's time was a 107 point. Oh, no. 50 seconds there as well.
Deja vu.
Another 50, and she's missed that one as well. She's going to go back for it.
Oh, she was looking so composed.
Is she going to go back for it? Well, she's trying now. I think she's given up. Is she going to go back for it?
It's a bit hard to get up there, I think.
It's so hard to get up. Look at her. She is trying. She wants to... Oh, she's already been through that gate. She's gone through it again now. So just showing us what it could have been.
Yeah, good on her. It's always... I think it always pays off to go back for the gates. Yeah. It can make a difference in the final standings, and it's really good kind of role modelling for those watching, especially the younger paddlers.
Yeah, exactly. You shouldn't drop your bundle. But disappointing for Mallory. disappointing. She won't get the 50, but definitely just a lot of trouble there for Mallory Franklin, and so she's dropped herself down. Now, it was such a good run. Besides the touch, that touch there, look at that, that's just a bit of a careless touch there, but she was still up on the split. But just a couple of the athletes having some trouble.
I think Mallory's got the self-confidence to know that this isn't going to impact her longer term. She'll be back just as strong as ever next time. How's that for a reaction?
It's like they can't believe it. They cannot believe that it's happened 2 runs in a row, because it happened to Monica Doria Villarubla, and now it's happened to Mallory Franklin. So, Kimberly Woods, this is wide open for you, young lady, because at the moment, the fastest time on the course is a 1:09.
Kim is such an impressive and strong paddler. She really goes for it. You know, it's always exciting to watch Kim race. She lays everything out there, races with heart. So I'm excited to see what she puts out there today.
Yeah, she's so expressive, both on the water and off the water, and I just love what she brings to the sport. So we always are rooting for Kimberly that she can hold it together and put together a good run. And so far, this has been a good one. So just needs to learn from some of the mistakes that the earlier paddlers have been. But all these athletes have already done this run once today, so they would know from their first run, Ros, where they could make up time, where they had some trouble the first time around, what they need to focus on this run, and they can just make sure that they don't make the same. If they made a mistake, they don't make the same mistake twice.
Yeah, and unfortunately in racing, sometimes you focus on so much on what you need to improve that you kind of lose sight of what you did well the first run. And I think that might be what's happened to some of these girls here, because most of them did really solid moves in that bottom section.
Well, I wonder whether some of the athletes were thinking, I can make up some time on gate 20 if I do a backward spin, because the last 2 paddlers have both tried it and both fallen short. So I wonder whether that's sort of the mindset going into it. They thought they could pick up some time there.
Yeah, maybe. I think maybe they don't really know what's happening on the course, unless their coach is up there giving them an update before their run starts.
Here we go. This is where everyone else is running into trouble. No worries for Kimberly. She is through, and her time is good. She's going to be our new race leader.
Yeah, you can see Kim switching for the spins there. It's quite a common technique where you change which side you're paddling on in the C1.
So she's going to go into the lead. Not by much, but she's going to be in the lead, is she? Yes, just. She's pretty pumped about that. She's pretty pumped. With a 2-second penalty, she's laid down a 1:09.02. So that is a good result for Kimberly. So at the halfway stage of this final, we are halfway through. 5 athletes have been through. Kimberly Woods leads with a 1:09.02. Ros, you would have to think that ground control, there's David Bowie up the back there waving his finger around. Just going over it, just making sure, but no doubt at all about... so they're just checking whether there was a touch on gate 12. I didn't see it, but...
look, I see a lot of speed and power and a great vertical forward streak. All good in gate 12.
Oh, well, see, that's why you're not a judge. That's why you sit here being a highly paid commentator.
Yeah, I can't pay attention consistently enough to be a judge.
No, well...
I have a lot of respect for the people out there on the bank making those penalty calls.
Well, they had to double-check it with the replay and confirmed 2-second penalty. Mind you, I didn't see any protests from Kimberly when she finished her run about the 2-second penalty, so that's usually a sign, isn't it? So we were hoping to have some words of wisdom from our leader at the halfway stage, Kimberly Woods, but unfortunately not available. So Kimberly Woods will be joining us just to give us some insights on to whether she thinks that time is good enough for a medal, or whether it's going to be just a little bit too tough. So we'll hear from Kimberly in just a moment. But the crowd, there's a sense of expectation over this crowd. And here's Kimberly Woods.
So we're halfway through the race. How do you feel, Kimber?
I'm pretty tired. It's been a really long day, you know, getting up super early for the kayak heats, and I'm really happy with that run and went out there to attack it, and the boat feels good.
Yeah, do you think that would be good enough to make a medal?
I always say it every time, anything can happen, and, you know, fingers crossed, but we have some really good girls to come down.
That's good. I'm glad you're happy. It was a really good run.
Thanks.
She's always happy, Kimberly.
I love to see Kim happy when she crosses the finish line.
Yep.
Anyone.
Yep, me too. Do we think 109 is going to win a medal?
You never know. Got some pretty fast paddlers to come, but it's up for grabs, I would say.
Well, people do make mistakes in the finals because the stakes are high and people take risks. Whether the paddler's sitting up there, I think if we go back to the semi-final, only two paddlers went under 109 in the semi-final, and that is Andrea Herzog and Jess Fox. All the rest went over 109. Mind you, Marta Bertoncelli and Claudia Zwolińska both had touches, which would have put them well under 109. But interesting, maybe that time's actually quite reasonable. But we'll soon find out, because I mentioned in the semi-final, Claudia Zwolińska has this year put down some of the fastest raw times of all athletes. But she's just had problems with gate touches. And if she can nail a good run, we even saw it in the semi-final, Roz. She nailed a good run, but had a 2-second penalty, which pushed her down the leaderboard. If she can put it together here today and keep it clean, she's going to really challenge for a medal.
Yeah, she's looking on track so far. Claudia just keeps getting faster and faster in C1. She's a pretty exciting one to watch. And she's looking very precise.
She told me earlier on this year that she was sick and tired of coming fourth. She's had about 3/4.
Oh, that's frustrating.
It is so frustrating.
Well, she must be motivated.
You see, that was... I mean, I don't like to say it was a lazy touch, but that was a lazy touch. Wasn't it?
And there might have just been another one.
And there's another one. So here we go. 2 touches already for Claudia Zwolińska, which is going to make life difficult for her. But if anybody can make up the pace, it's her. She's got that speed, but 4 seconds is a lot of time, on a course where best time is a 109 with 1 touch for Kimberly Woods. So certainly not over for Claudia Zwolińska, but she's going to have to do everything right from here on end.
Yeah, look, there's only 10 paddlers in the final. I think whatever happens, you just have to keep going. It can be pretty hard to stay composed after getting 2 penalties though.
So she's 5 seconds down at the moment, which is a long way behind the time set by another one dicing with death through those gates. But she's okay for Zwolińska. She's going to be well and truly outside that 110 mark though, so no medals for Claudia Zwolińska today. She's going to finish with a 1:15 with 4 seconds at least of penalties.
Another final run though, she'll put that under her belt. It's all experience to add to her advantage in the next race.
For sure. So not today, and she's not going to finish 4th either, so at least one thing positive, she didn't have another 4th. Annoying.
Funny when you're not 4th, you might wish you were.
Yes, possibly. So the next paddler on the course is Marta Delassus. She was the fastest on the course in the semi-final. She set the fastest raw time. I think it caught both Roz and I by surprise, because she touched gates 1 and 3, and I think Roz and I both had written her off for that run, and then when she got down the bottom we saw the time, I think we were both quite shocked how fast she was.
Misjudge me, Ross. I don't write anyone off when the run's still going. There's always scope for something to happen.
Well, let's see if she can repeat that run here and keep it clean this time. Marta Delassus from France. She touched gate 1 the first time round, misses it this time. That's a good start. She also touched gate 3. Let's see how she goes this time. She misses it this time as well. So already she's improved. Oh,
that was a little bit offline. She hasn't lost too much time there.
I've got to stop it. I have to stop it every time. I'm sorry, Marjorie. I'm sorry to the Delassus family, but it's only 1 touch. We know that she was super fast in the semi-final, even with 2 touches. So 1 touch should not affect her too much.
A 50?
No, I don't think so. I don't think it was a 50. Let's wait and see. The judges are in a better position than I am, but I didn't see that. What did you think, Roz?
I didn't see a 50, but we have spoken about how I don't really see penalties.
You can't see penalties. You're hopeless, but
I'm just a positive thinker.
Yeah, but I don't know about that. We'll see. We'll have a look at the camera angle after the race.
Ooh.
Wow, that was extravagant.
Yeah, look, it's not great to lean that far back in a slalom run.
No, Marjorie, I don't know what's happening here, but she just needs to hold it together, because I'm sure that 50 will be lifted. for Marjorie Delassus, but just throwing the boat around. Oh, no, that's all right. She's okay. Oh,
she's holding it together. She's still got speed in places.
She really is. You're getting your money's worth at home, folks, for this ride. It is a ride full of surprises, but is it going to be enough? Of course, the 50's still sitting there. They're still reviewing it. We'll have a look. We'll bring you, straight after the race, a replay of that gate, and you can make up your own minds at home. Tell me what you think. But at the moment, with that time, let's have a look. Oh, see, that 50 is going to be crucial. That 50 will be crucial. Let's see Marjorie's response. Is nonplussed. Nonplussed is what I would describe it as. Which, I don't know, she's not arguing the toss, so maybe I've got it wrong here. Let's have a look.
It looks like they've considered it a deliberate displacement of the pole.
Yeah, no, you better explain that to our viewers.
So when a paddler is...
No, they've taken the 50 off. They've given her a 2-second penalty instead of a 50.
That's good news for Marjorie.
Yeah.
So what happens is it looks like the paddler deliberately pushed the pole out of the way, then they get given a 50.
Yep. So there they've decided that that wasn't deliberate.
Yeah, so if it's in kind of the natural movement of their stroke, then it's okay.
So that lifts Marjorie up to 3rd position at the moment. So still not good enough, but with that 2-second penalty, she would have been in 2nd position. But that's coulda, woulda, shoulda, as we say, Ros. Now, Miss Consistency, Victoria Ouse. She's been so consistent all season. Sitting currently, I think, around 4th on the overall leaderboard for the World Championships. She's finished 2nd for the World Cup, sorry. She finished 2nd in Tucson at her last outing. And it's just been paddling really consistently for the Ukraine, Victoria. So this is wide open for her to win another medal if she can put together the sort of run that she did in Tucson.
Yeah, look, that was a fast spin. She's doing some lightning fast switches as well. So far it's solid, although she's a little down on the split. She's a really consistent paddler, Victoria, and I'm so impressed with her progression over the last 5 years. But yeah, I think anyone would say she deserves to be right up there.
I remember interviewing her in Rio at the Olympics there, and she was one of the paddlers sort of at the back of the field sort of thing. And now you look at her and she's a genuine medal prospect in both the K1 and the C1. Definitely.
It's pretty impressive.
Oh, that was tight. Oh no, I think, oh dear, she's lost it. She lost her balance coming out of the last gate. I thought she'd corrected it, but...
she's come out of it firing. Good on her. Like, keep going.
Oh, and there's a touch as well for Victoria on gate 16 and possibly on 17 as well, yeah, but 2 touches in a row. So once you lose your rhythm, Ros, it's very hard to get it back, isn't it?
Yeah, it is pretty hard to refocus.
So, wow. What this might actually mean is that Kimberly Woods has a medal. The only question will be what colour will it be, because we only have 2 more athletes to go, and unfortunately, wow, it's a pretty extravagant flick of the paddle from Victoria Ouse, but she is out of the medals, unfortunately. Just lost her balance, and it blew her off her course a little bit, and just found it really hard to get it back again. 2 gate touches in a row on 16 and 17. And yeah, anyway, she lives to paddle another day. Fortunately for a lot of these women, Ros, they'll be back tomorrow doing the K1 so they can redeem themselves.
Yeah, absolutely. It's great to have another chance, but it takes so much work to be good in both classes, and it's a lot of energy on race weekend. So great that she will get another chance, but she's certainly worked hard to earn it.
Yeah, there we go. Just lost it a little bit there and could not really regain control of the boat after that, and a couple of touches and, yeah.
Oh, tough. She's missed her switch. Look at her top hand there. It's not quite on the T-grip.
Yep.
That makes life a little bit difficult.
Kimberly Woods being quite animated. Getting excited. She's starting to get excited.
There was some action there to be animated about, to be fair.
Now,
Andrea Herzog, such a tough competitor. I'm excited to see how her run goes. She's really fierce, very strong. The only one in the final to do purely C1, as far as I know. She might do secret K1 training for all we know.
She may well do. There's only been one athlete so far in this final who has gone clean. So that's what she needs to aim for, first and foremost. She's had, by her standards, not such a great year, Andrea Herzog. I know she's been battling a little bit of illness and just struggling to find her form, but we saw her close to her best form in the semi-final. Can she hold it together here and set down a time that could challenge Jessica Fox? Because that is the paddler who is waiting in the sheds at the moment.
Yeah, it's always exciting when Jess is the last paddler, because you never know what she's got in store.
You know that she's going to do something. You just hope that there's a good time out there so that Jess has to really work hard for the gold. That's what I'm hoping for. And I say that purely from a entertainment value for money perspective.
Yeah, we like to see the final stacked, that's for sure.
Yep.
There'll be some Aussies at home watching and cheering. It's only 1:15 a.m. in Australia right now.
In the morning. Good morning, early morning to all you Australians. It's 11:15 in the west of the country. So I hope that you're enjoying the coverage. Myself and Ros Lawrence, we're very excited to bring you it. Andrea Herzog is up on the split, so she's in the #1 position at this stage. The German Andrea Herzog, world champion, bronze medalist, of course, from Tokyo 2020. Oh, Ros?
She's had such a calm, composed run. Don't ask me about the penalties, Ross.
Oh, giving that to her. Oh, she's the new leader, but what is that last gate? Are they looking at it? Is it okay? Oh, my goodness.
That's a very competitive time based off the semi as well as the other competitors in the final.
It's a faster time than Jess Fox set in the semi-final. I'd love to have another look at this last gate. I would love to see it. They're not reviewing it, so they know better than I do. What do I know? I'm just sitting here in a comfortable commentary position here in La Seu. It is very comfortable here, isn't it? It's very nice.
Yeah, it's quite good. I like it. We only have one camera angle, however.
Look at this. Here we go. What do you think? Oh, yeah.
I mean,
we're going to give it to her.
Yeah.
She's safe.
She's asking a question, but I think the answer is you're clear.
She's putting it. Kimberly's giving it.
Oh, there is an asterisk.
Oh, no. Teresa thinks no. Teresa thinks no. Kimberly goes, oh, I don't know. Wow. Now this is seat of your pants stuff, folks, because there is an asterisk next to her name, which means they are reviewing it. We will keep you posted during this run on where that stands, but at this moment it's a 107.17 is Andrea Herzog's time, but they are reviewing that last gate. As Jessica Fox, well, what more can we say about this young lady? She is the Olympic gold medalist. She's won 2 World Cups this year already. Her record is phenomenal, and just everything she does. Well, she's not going to die wondering. Jess, she's going to throw it out there. She wants to put down something really special. The Australian champion, she works so hard. Look at her, she's already up on the split. The asterisk is still next to Andrea Herzog's name, folks. There's no change there. I'll let you know as soon as we see something come through. But Jess putting together a good run, Ross.
Yeah, look, she's on fire. One of the really impressive things about Jess is that she always wants it. She's always fighting for that fast time, and she earns it. Like, what a great run already. We'll see about the rest of the course, but she's a tough competitor.
Yep, she is well and truly up on the split. It might not matter for the 50 for Andrea Herzog. Well, it will matter for the minor medalists, of course, because they want a medal. And they've taken the asterisk off, so Andrea Herzog's time stands. So the time that Jess Fox needs to beat is a 107.17. She's well up on that at the moment.
Yeah, I think she's on track to go quite a bit faster.
How good was that move there? Look at that. Wow, it's like those gates aren't even there half the time. They are reviewing. Oh, she had a touch, but she's still fast, and they're reviewing gate 5. Oh, my goodness. This is going to add a bit of drama to the whole thing.
I think she always gets subjected to quite a bit of scrutiny.
Oh, there's another touch for Jess.
She went for the direct, though. Good on her.
So Jess Fox is flying by the seat of her pants. I think it's all going to be fine. She's still going to be quick enough. She's going to go under 107, is she? Oh, she's... My goodness.
So close.
Oh,
wow.
My goodness. How can you do that? How can you have gate touches like that? They are still reviewing a third gate, though, which would make a big difference. She has 4 seconds of penalties so far, but they are looking at a third gate, which would drop her. That would drop her to second if that penalty stands. But at this stage, With an asterisk next to her name, Jess Fox is the gold medalist. But they are having a look, Ros, at a couple of gates.
Yeah, look, it's absolutely the class of Jess's paddling. With 2 penalties, with 3 penalties, she's still on the podium with a medal.
Wow. So we're looking now at a 107.09 with 4 seconds in penalties. So her raw time, Ros, is a 103.09, which is just remarkable. There's Andrea Herzog she was riding that final by the seat of her pants as well.
Yeah, look, it was really impressive paddling from both Andrea and Kim as well. They've earned their places.
I think Jess may be surprised. Maybe she thought with those touches that she might be out of the running, but 107.09, that is a 0.08 difference between gold and silver, Ros.
Yeah, I mean, she fought hard for it. It's, as we said before, it can be quite hard to refocus after some penalties, but Jess never gives up. She just keeps going for it.
So as you would expect, the judges are looking at this very closely because they want to get it right. It's only fair to everybody, and it's been removed. The asterisk is removed. Jess Fox is your World Cup winner, her 3rd World Cup gold of the season. And the video judges there made to work, made to think about this, and a lot of people reviewing the pictures, and now it's confirmed, and word will filter through to Jess Fox now, confirmed she is the gold medalist, and this incredible season of hers continues.
Every season's an incredible season.
Yeah, it really is. Yeah, it really is, but she'll be cock-a-hoop going into the World Champions ships next week.
Absolutely.
In 2 weeks' time in London with this sort of form in her Olympic gold medal event.
She has a lot of fans, a lot of time for her fans, who we saw her earlier signing things. She's absolutely a champion of the people.
So she's just running up now to get to the commentary position so we can hear some words from Jess. She's always got some really interesting insights into the course and what this means for her. So in a moment we'll hear Jess Fox coming to us about her wonderful win today.
Jess, you've done it again. Congratulations. How are you feeling?
Thank you. I gave it all. I left it all out there. I took a lot of risks, and yeah, I'm so pleased to take the win. It was very tight, and I had to squint to see what the time was at the end. So yeah, thank you to all the kids. Gracias a todos los chicos who encouraged me. It was amazing.
Yeah, that looked like an amazing run. You risked a lot there at the end going for a straight. How was that?
Yeah, I think you know, I could feel the pressure building in the run. It was a strong race, and I had analysed some of the boys, and I saw that Raffaello Ivaldi did a forward move down the bottom, and so I sort of had a look at the video, and yeah, look, it got to the bottom, and I thought I'm going to give it a go and take the risk, and I had a touch, but yeah, it worked out.
Okay, so you're happy you did that. That was really cool. Cool to watch on a final, for sure. Congratulations.
Thank you.
What does that say about Jess Fox, that she goes and analyses all the men, sees what they're doing, and then picks out the hardest move that they're doing and thinks, yeah, I'll do that as well.
Yeah, look, I think analysing, you know, how the other C1s have paddled, it makes a lot of sense, but she has done this a bit recently where, you know, there's a tight spin direct option, and she goes for the direct. And, you know, every time she does it, she's going to get better and better at doing it.
And just that mindset, Ros, where she said there she took risks, she wanted to put it all out there. She doesn't need to. She knows that if she paddles within herself, she's probably going to be good enough to win anyway, but she still wants to push herself every time she gets on the water.
Yeah, and look, that's part of why she's so great, and that's how you get to be winning Olympic medals so consistently. I think she's always challenging herself, and she's always working to be better. Because in the end, you know, in Paris, it's going to be hard, and she will rise to the challenge.
So confirming the medals, Jessica Fox takes the gold medal, Andrea Herzog takes the silver medal, and Kimberly Woods takes the bronze. It's been a good season for Kimberly Woods. She'll be pretty happy with Kimberly with picking up that bronze medal as well. So well done to Kimberly, and well done to all our medalists. There's the overall standings, Ros. Eleanor Lillick, even though she didn't make the final here, still sitting up there in second position.
Yeah, her points have set her in good standing.
Excellent. Thank you, Ros, for your commentary, your insights into the women's final for the women's C1. Hopefully we might get you back again this weekend if you're hanging around.
Yeah, I'll be here. It's great place to be, Sao. Exciting racing to watch.
Especially when it's hot. It's nice to be sitting here. But thank you so much for your insights, and hopefully we'll hear from you again this weekend. Thanks, Ros.
Thanks, Ross.
So now we're looking for the men, and well, this is your final 10, and what a great start list that is. A couple of Brits, a couple of Spaniards, a couple of Frenchmen. It's just a classy field, and well, it's really wide open who might be able to win this. We know that the racing today has already been pretty good. I'm going to tell you what Mikel Trave's time was in the semi-final. It was 95.27, which was the time that he set to be the fastest qualifier. Ryan Wesley is on the course. Brodie Crawford has joined me from the Australian team. Brodie, we saw you in the semi. What's that course like, mate?
Here we go, Ross, straight into it.
Yep.
Yeah, it's really tough. I think we've seen all weekend a lot of penalties and a lot of mistakes from everyone really as a whole. Yeah, it's brutal out there, but these guys, they deserve to be here. They've put it all together, so see what Ryan can do.
Who impressed you most? Obviously, Mikel Trave on his home course looked pretty comfortable.
Yeah, Trave looked very smooth, as you expect. Božič was really good. I thought Raffaello Ivaldi was really good too. He had a ripper of a run, so it'd be good to watch them and see them go for it in the final.
Well, you might not have heard Jess Fox saying in her interview that she saw Rafa go direct on the bottom, down the bottom there, and that inspired her to try the same thing. So interestingly, that she referenced him in her winning speech. So interesting to see Ryan Wesley out there, though. He's, as I mentioned in the semis, he's had an up and down season, had an injury, but he's back paddling and paddling pretty well. Yeah,
it's awesome to see Ryan back into some form. And there's a bit of an internal battle, I think, going on here for the Olympic spot as well with these Brits. So super interesting to see the result of this weekend.
So many teams are paddling here, also trying to stake their claim for a position on their country's Olympic team, even though they don't have the quotas yet, but they want to have that #1 position once the quota is earned.
Yeah, absolutely. There's so much quality. They sort of know it's an assurance they'll get that quota, so they already start their selection sort of policy now.
This is a very good run from Ryan. He's going to go under the 100, which you would think that, well, he's not that happy with it, but I've got to say, there were 10 athletes, I think only, who went under the 100 in the semi-final. So he's well under with a 97, so 97.84. Not sure if that'd be good enough for a medal, though.
Yeah, I think it'd be just outside, but a very solid run. Good solid run for their Olympic sort of selection and all that sort of stuff. So I'm sure he was wanting a medal, but it's not the worst. It's solid.
Well, and we've seen before, Brodie, you've been in that seat before, and we've seen athletes go out early on and put down times that we haven't thought would be good enough, but then we see everyone else panic and mistakes made. So let's not write off Ryan Wesley just yet. But
yeah, it seems like these finals go one or two ways. They go real quick, or lots of mistakes, and you don't know who's going to win and what time it's going to be. So
Aussie reprobates there, getting in the way of the camera. Such a great crowd, isn't it, Brodie? I know paddlers love coming here to La Seu to paddle because the crowd come down from the city, and it's just a wonderful afternoon.
Yeah, it sure is. Beautiful atmosphere in the park, lots of trees. It's nice and cool. The sun's still shining though, it's awesome.
Now, Matej Benush, he has had a very, very good season. He's had 2 silver medals and an 8th so far this season. He is one of these athletes, though, who also has an eye on Olympic qualification, because this is part of the Slovakian qualification race, and he's up against Marko Mrgorodski, who is also in this final. So whoever gets the best result here out of himself and Mrgorodski will have a bit of a head start for the battle for Olympic selection, which just adds that extra pressure, doesn't it, Brodie?
It sure does. And he's taking it on. You see him go direct there on that move. We haven't seen that many times, so he's leaving nothing out there today. He's going for it.
He really has to, because you don't want to be sitting in your bedroom tonight thinking, oh, if only I had been a bit braver.
That's right, yeah. There's a review on 3, but I didn't see a touch.
No.
So hopefully he's kept it clean there.
It looks to be fast, but he's under Ryan Wesley's split at the moment, but that would be including a 2-second penalty maybe for Benush, although it hasn't been put on his score, so maybe he's at this stage it's okay. So Benush going pretty strongly at this stage, no mistakes.
Yeah, very solid. Just needs a good finish here to sort of jump in front of Wesley there and push for a medal.
Where's the danger parts on this course, Brody?
I think the top is quite tough, and then the bottom is pretty tough. And you add, how tired you are, and exerted you are. It's brutal.
Yeah.
This move here is particularly brutal on the arms.
Yeah. I've seen athletes take different methods. As Jess said, you can go direct if you want, if you're brave enough. So not going to be our leader. He's going to slip into second place, which is interesting because I thought it was a pretty good run, but his time is outside. He's been given a 2-second penalty, so
it was a pretty solid run without that touch.
Would have been. Yeah, here we go. Let's have a look. Ooh.
This one here, the third.
Yeah, let's have a look. Oh, gee, that's
a good eye from the judges.
Here we go. Let's have a look at this. This is a better angle. What's he brushed it with?
Oh, wow. Yep, it's there.
Wow. Yeah, that is a good eye from the judges, isn't it?
It is, yeah, very good. Wow.
Well spotted. So 2-second penalty. Is that going to be costly for Matej Banush? Certainly slipped him off the top of the leaderboard. He'd be sitting there right now if he didn't have that touch. So frustrating as well, Brody, because it was probably a touch that he could have avoided.
Yeah, that's right. Man, it was just millimetres, wasn't it? Yeah, that's how it goes.
Yeah. Oh, yes, please on us on that. What are you doing? You're not supposed to say yes.
They're on a date, I think, Ross. Enjoying the show.
You reckon that's a date? You reckon it's a blind date, or you reckon...
What's a better first date than a Slalom World Cup?
Slalom World Cup where you can get someone to feed you sausage on a fork. Enjoy some paddling. That is living the dream.
Sure is.
Righto, the second of our Brits, Adam Burgess, onto the course. Adam Burgess has had 2 top 10 finishes this year already.
Yeah, he's usually up amongst it in the medals, so I reckon he'll be looking for a result to sort of stamp on this season.
Whoa! Oh, did he miss that? Has he had to go back for it? Oh,
he has.
Yeah, he's hit it as well, so that's 2 seconds.
He's going to go for it now.
He's now really going to have to pin his ears back here.
Yeah, this next split we'll sort of see what the damage was there.
So Ryan Wesley, he's sitting a bit more comfortably now in the kiss and cry area. He's looking at these runs and thinking, well, maybe my time's not so bad after all. But Adam Burgess now, we know he's fast, and we know he can find some good angles. So he really needs to do that here. Though, look at that split. He's got a lot of work to do.
He's found about 3/10, but he's a bit stuck up there.
Yep. And yeah, he's okay there. So he's doing everything else right. It's just that one gate that he messed up and had to go back for, which is going to be a big difference, I think.
Yeah, it's so tough. He's doing well to keep his head up and just keep pushing and try and find the time too. It's so hard when you had a big mistake like that.
Yep. But so far, the rest of the run has been pretty good. So the time we're looking at, the leading time was a 97.84. Unfortunately, I don't know that. Oh, he's doing it nice. He's doing everything right at this part of the course, isn't he?
Yeah, he's keeping it going down here. What's he going to go here? This double spin.
Just trying to get it finished. He's going to be outside the time of his teammate, though, so he'll go over the 100, which is not going to be good enough for a medal for Adam Burgess. Just a costly error at the top.
Yeah, unlike him, he'll be disappointed with that, but you know what? World champs at home in a couple of weeks, so keep your chin up and we'll be watching you there, Adam.
Even if you take the touch off, he wouldn't have challenged Ryan Wesley's time, so...
Yeah, he's gone fully left of that gate, so it's a big time loss to... Yeah, he's hit it the wrong side there, yeah.
Not happy, are they? Very annoyed with that gate, as you would be. Gives it the eagle eyeball as he goes past.
We've seen a lot of penalties in this race, I feel. Ralph, what do you think over the weekend? There's been...
Yeah, well, I'm just going to go back now and look in the women's final. There were only 2 athletes who went clean in the women's final, so it gives you an insight into... Maybe it's just that people are taking more risks, Brody. What do you reckon?
Yeah, I think it's also the water here in La Seu. It sort of goes... It's a bit like tartan, I feel. It has a real unique feel and it goes in all weird directions. And sometimes you don't go in the right part of the water, you end up somewhere weird.
Yeah. Right, Luca Božič just having a little chat to himself, talking about life, how things are going, reminding himself that he won a gold medal at the last World Cup in Tucson, and he would like to go out now and repeat that performance because it was something pretty special in Tucson. Of course, I mentioned in the semi-final call, unfortunately, Pearl Tucson, they copped the rough end of the draw with a storm earlier this year.
Terrible, terrible. I believe that just after we were there too.
I know, washed away most of the course, unfortunately, but they are rebuilding and they will return to their glory, I'm sure. And we give our best thoughts to everybody in the slalom community there in Tucson. But, good start here for Luca Božič. He's already up on the split.
Yeah, really smooth start. He's paddling his trademark way, super smooth, using the water to the maximum. Good.
And for those just joining us wondering where his teammate, the Olympic gold medalist Benjamin Savsek, is, well, he unfortunately had a big error. And unfortunately for him, had a big error in the semi-final. Unfortunately for him, but probably fortunately for everybody else.
Yeah, that's right.
Because it throws the final wide open. But that's why he's not here, which has left the path clear for somebody to stand up and grab this race by the scruff of the neck. And at the moment, it looks like it's Luca Božič. He's putting together a good run, bro.
Yeah, it's looking nice. From my memory, I think he's got a pretty good record here, Božič. I remember quite a few medals from him standing on the podium at the end of the day here.
So, yeah, well, he's up on the split at the moment. Look at the crowd. There's a great crowd in the background. You can hear them. I hope you can hear them in the effects mic. As Luca Božič comes down now to the business end of the race. He just wants to hold this together. Good shot there of the pole. And Luca Božič is going to be our new leader. Well and truly. Oh, yes, good run. Excellent
Very
run.
good. I thought I might have seen that touch on 20. It'll be interesting to see what happens there. It was very close.
You're calling it, right? Yeah. Well, they have got an asterisk, so they're looking at it. What do you hit it with? His back?
I think it was with his shoulder or something like that. Yeah.
Well, we'll get
the slow-mo.
We'll get the slow-mo and see what they tell us. So it wasn't its gate; it was gate 20. So let's have a look. That's fine. No problems there. Looks good there. Looking all right there. Is he? No problems with that gate. Maybe this one here, I think, is it? Nope, all good so far for Luca Božič.
Here we go.
Ooh,
yeah.
You reckon?
It's hard to see, isn't it?
Here we go, better angle on the mud angle. Oh, yeah, well, there's definite movement there. Was it the shoulder, though? Was it the shoulder? I don't know that it'd be a water splash. They've given it to him. Well spotted, Brody.
They have.
Good eyes, mate. So the 2-second penalty stands, but he's still in the lead with a 97.53.
It's opened it right up, though. It was a real good time without that touch, but now it's sort of on the edge of a medal, or probably not fast enough for a win, I don't think. I can see.
So Marco Bergerossi, he has two tasks here. One, to try and win. Secondly, to make sure he finishes ahead of Matej Benuš.
Yeah.
In the race for Slovakian Olympic selection. The first of a few races for the Slovakians, but be nice to get one up early. And let's see what he can do. I mentioned in the semi-final, Brody, here is a guy who everyone knows how good he is, but he's had to sit behind Mikhail Mardik and Matej Benuš and Alexander Slavkovsky for so long.
Yeah, unbelievable.
Just waiting to get his chance to compete.
Absolutely dominated juniors under 23.
Smashed them. Absolutely smashed them.
Yeah. Multiple gold medals year after year. But like you say, getting that first win in Olympic selection is so good. It puts the pressure on everyone else, so he'll be looking to really, in an awesome run to get in front of him. Oh, who's left? Benuš, yeah.
Yep. All clear so far. This is the halfway stage of the final. So he's the 5th paddler on the course. And just a little bit down on the split of Božič at the moment, but Božič did have a touch at the bottom of the course, so...
Oh, gee. Jeez, he's done well there to keep it clean, but big time loss, stuck on the tail boat, sort of not moving anywhere. Back into it now, though.
Yeah, he can pick up some time here, though. Gate 20 was where the gate touch was for Božič, so he's clean through that. So is he going to be in the top 3 times? For Marco Bergerossi from Slovakia.
He's going to be close.
Yeah.
I think he might get it.
He's going to be just under. Yep, 0.10. Wow. That's close. That is very close. Oof. Look at the look on Matej Benuš's face.
Yeah.
Sort of like, I'm happy for you, but I'm not happy for you.
Stressful times.
I'm going to put on a smile, but inside I'm feeling a little bit of sick in my mouth, sort of thing.
Just keep them separated out the back there when they get off the water, guys.
Yeah, indeed. No, they'll be all right. They're good mates. They work off each other. So we're halfway through this final, and it is Luca Božič at the moment who is sitting in the leader's position, 97.53. We know that Mikel Trave's time in the semi was a 95.27, so there is time to be made up on the course for the final 5 paddlers. But it's always nice at the halfway stage to be in the lead. Let's hear what Luca Božič has to say.
How do you feel? What do you think your run was?
Oh, it was pretty hard, harder than in the semi-final. But in the end, I'm happy. Just the last part. It's always tricky. It's always the gates so tricky that you don't know if you're gonna make it. So I had a touch, but I'm satisfied with the run.
Okay, you're happy, and did you think it'll be enough for a medal, or what do you think?
Oh, I don't know. Trave in the start, and some other guys in the semi-final, I think, was 2 seconds faster. So I don't think so.
Yeah, that was tough, but congratulations. We'll see how it goes.
Some other Trave and some other guys. Yeah, well, some other guys are a couple of Frenchmen and a couple of Spaniards. You wonder what the home crowd will be like when they see Luis Fernandez and Mikel Trave on the course. There's a couple of other fairly decent paddlers as well, though, Brody, who've still got to come.
Yeah, just interesting looking at that top 5 to come. They're all quite young, Ross. Up and comers, finally pushing through. Yeah.
Isn't it good to see? Isn't it good to see? So Luis Fernandez, Lucas Roizen, Nicolas Gestin, Raffaello Ivaldi and Mikel Trave. It is the future of the only young name missing from there is Brodie Crawford. We'll have to get him in there somewhere. We'll have to get him into the top 5 somewhere along the line. But yeah, we're excited. We've got some big racing still to come. We are racing for World Cup gold. My name's Ross Solly. Brodie Crawford, Australian paddler, joining me here in the commentary box. Brodie, I mentioned in the semi-final you went home for a few weeks. What was that like? Normally you guys stay here for the whole European summer, so it was a bit different for you guys.
Yeah, it was really nice. We had the Penrith Whitewater Stadium operating in winter, which was a first. It's under new management, state management, so that's been really good. And yeah, it's looking like it's going to be a really productive relationship, and they're letting us do all sorts of stuff. We're changing the course, and we're doing some really good training there. We made it look a little bit like London, actually, which was cool.
Someone just stood over and just poured rain on you, or poured water on you.
That's right, yeah. Well, it was some cold mornings, I'll tell you that much, but it was nice to be home.
Yeah, the shaving cream man. Oh, the shaving cream man is back. Luis Fernandez.
I haven't seen that one.
No, we saw it in the semi, and we're trying to work out whether it was shaving cream or whipped cream. But anyway, it worked for him.
Yeah, that's right.
Although not a great advertisement for shaving cream, because he's still got a beard, so it's obviously not very good cream, whichever one it was. But here he is, the first of 2 Spaniards on the course here. We haven't seen a lot of him, Brodie, this season, so we're really learning as we watch him here.
Yeah, I sort of came up through under 23s with Louis, and he's just constantly been improving bit by bit. It's really impressive. He just keeps getting better. He's making these finals now, which is awesome.
And this would be his home course, I'm assuming. So,
yep.
So if anybody knows where all the tricks are, it should be Luis Fernandez. And a good start so far.
Yeah, he's looking fast. Let's see how he negotiates this double up here. This second one is the tricky one.
Ooh,
that's nice.
Fast. Yeah, that was very, very good. So the time that you can see him measured against is the time set by Luca Božič. Now, Luca Božič had a gate touch on gate 20, so he shouldn't panic, and these fans shouldn't panic if he's a little bit behind. He's a little bit behind at the top of the course because there's a couple of seconds to make up on the bottom. Listen to the Spanish fans.
This is good, Ross. This is really good.
Yeah, this is a very good run. Ooh, just to keep the judges on their toes.
Oh, come on, mate. Keep it going.
Just stuffing around a little bit there, but he's okay. He's it's going to be very tight now. He's going to have to really motor home here.
Yeah, he's bled some time through there.
Yes, I think he's still going to be okay. I think he's going to be in front. Just. Oh, yes. He is in the gold medal position. There is a review on gate 19, and it is a review, I think, for a 50. But I think it was all right. I'm going to call it.
I'd have to see it again, Ross. It was a little bit scary.
It was scary. He did give the judges some work to do. Are they prepared to overturn the hometown boy in front of the Spaniard? Here we go, folks. You be the judge at home.
Where's that chin, guys?
Has the whole head gone through? There's a nod there. I can see.
I like Louis, so I'm not going to say anything else.
No, let's have a look. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. The whole head. Ooh, I don't know if it's the whole head. I don't know if it's the whole head, Louis. I hate to say it. Yeah.
Oh,
sorry, Louis.
Absolutely spewing. What a run.
That is spewing. That is heartbreak for Louis Fernandez. It was only a matter of centimetres, but that was tight. And the judges, even though it's in Spain and you've got the fans there and you've just got to walk home after the event tonight, you've got to call it as you see it.
That's as about as cutthroat as the sport gets, that is. At home, run of your life.
No fear or favour. Okay, I think Brody, the most improved paddler on the scene this year. This young man, Lucas Royson from France, he's really put down a series of good runs, hasn't he?
He's been very good, yeah.
Oh, that might be a 50.
Wow.
What are the judges going to see there? Did the gate get back on the right side? No, they did him a 50.
Far out. Almost the same as Adam Burgess. Similar sort of mistake.
Wow. I mean, they will have a close look, but it looked to me like the gate went the wrong side of the noggin.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one was 50.
Yeah, you've got to get the whole of the melon between the gates, and unfortunately, I think it went on the wrong side. But, the judges, they're highly paid. They will be making a very close review of this. But unfortunately for Lucas Royson, that is not the result that he was looking for. So he wouldn't know yet. I mean, he's got a fair idea, but
he's still going for it though. It's good to see.
Yep.
And what a season. I think pretty sure it's his first senior French team.
Yeah, and he's made 2 finals. I think he's got a 6th and a 7th this year already. I don't think he was in Tucson, so 6th and a 7th are the only 2 World Cups he's done. And so 3 finals he's now made, but unfortunately, that 52nd does stand. They reviewed it, it stands. So his race is over. But let's have a look and see what his raw time is, because I'd be interested to see if it goes below Luca Božič's raw time. It's going to be very close. In fact, oh yes.
109. Oh, sorry, 99.
99. Disappointing for Lucas Royson with 50 seconds on penalties. Yeah, no.
Great to see him finish strong though, because it looked like his face at the end there, he knew, but he still went through it the whole way.
Yeah, so here we go. Have a look here. So he hit the gate, but then it swung on the wrong, straight over the top of the melon. And fortunately, there you go. Let's have a look.
Yeah.
He was staring it down. Tough. That is tough, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is tough. It doesn't matter how much you stare at the gate. It's got no feelings. It's just a piece of metal. There's no understanding of its importance and what the role that it's playing.
The pain it can cause.
The pain it can cause. just a useless bit of metal hanging off the wire. Tormenting athletes. Makes me want to suck on my Chupa Chup. Okay, Nicola Guestin from, what's he doing? He's got his helmet on back to front. That's always a funny look. Here he is. He's out. Under 23 world champion from 2021. Again, another paddler who's been paddling well this year, Brody, without getting any big results. So today could be the day.
Yeah, absolutely. He's always pretty quick. And I think his sort of style, he really suits this sort of course. And I think he did well last time we were here. So let's see if he can do it again.
So far, so good for the young man from France. He's won a couple of under 23 world titles. Paddled really well at the underage events. He's made the step up quite seamlessly to senior competition.
Sure has. Was it last year he took the over a World Cup, or he was second? Or I think he won here at the end. And
he had a good year.
Result.
Yeah. He had a very good year. This has been a good run so far. Without wanting to put the commentator's curse on him, he's going along very smoothly indeed. Nicola Guestin, great competition, Brody, amongst the French paddlers for those positions for a home Olympics. Oh, he's gone the wrong way. He's got to go back. Oh, my goodness. That is a difficult way. If you're watching at home, that's not the way to do that gate.
He's kept it clean, though. It's a good effort.
There are faster ways to do that gate.
Yeah, that's going to hurt the next split.
Yep. Wow. Tell you what, Luca Božič, he said he didn't think his time would be good enough for a medal, but he is now all of a sudden.
Look at that. Yeah.
He's now looking at being in position for a bronze at least, unless Nicola can do something really special here. He's got a lot of time to make up here at the bottom of the course.
Yeah, I think it's a bit too much to ask the last sort of 3 gates here.
Yep.
He's going well. He's finishing strong.
Yep. And we're reviewing gate 13, but I don't think it's going to matter because he's going to be over the 100, which is not where you want to be if you want to win a medal in the final. So out of the running, unfortunately, a shake of the head there from the young man from France. But what that means is that Luca Božič has a medal. He has a medal.
Wow, congratulations, Luca Božič.
Yep. He's doing this. Marco Bertoncelli standing on a box. What's going on there? Why is he so tall? Yes, well done, Luca Božič. He's really eyeballing. It's that piece of metal. They're all eyeballing it, trying to make it there for hair. Look at this. Just went too early. We saw in the women's final someone else did the same thing. I think it was from Andorra, Monica Dora Villarublin, who did the same thing. Painful having to watch it. To go around and waste that time. He lost a couple of seconds there, Brody.
Yeah, he did. Just caught that eddy a little too early and couldn't stretch his neck back far enough to get it under.
That's what makes finals so exciting, though, folks. People take risks, people try things, and if they come off, they look fantastic. And if they don't come off, well, as we said before, the last thing you want to do is go to bed tonight thinking, oh, if only I had taken more risks. Probably better off going, at least I took risks. At least I tried.
That's it.
Raffaello Ivaldi is very happy with his hair. Likes his facial hair and likes the hair on top of his head. Let's see if he can pull something together here. He was very good in the semi.
Yeah, I'm excited to see this. He's a paddler that pulls really hard and he really goes for it. So he's not going to leave nothing out there. He's just going to give it everything he's got.
Looking good at this stage as well for Raffaello Ivaldi from Italy.
And the direct there, not bad, pretty solid.
Yep, Jess Fox did say that it was his run that she modelled her run on, and her run won a gold medal. So that's not a bad reference. Looking good at this stage.
Yeah, he's in touch for sure. Božič has the 2-second penalty, so he's technically up right now.
Oh, yes, he's really throwing everything into this, isn't he? This is nice.
Oh, that's good. That's really good there. Using the wall to push away.
Yep. This is a good run. This, oh, just giving the judges a little bit of work to do, but he should be okay. He's had a good year. He's 4th in Prague, but he's had a lot of really good runs without sort of managing to put it together in the final. He's had some really good heat runs. In fact, he's been the fastest, or in the top 2 or 3 qualifiers a couple of times this season, but just hasn't followed through in the final. So could today be his day?
Here's that direct we're all talking about.
Yep.
The only one to do it.
And he's done it again and nailed it.
Very good.
Good work, Raffaello Ivaldi. Is it going to be enough? I think so. This is going to be our new leader. He's going to go into the gold medal position, I think. Raffaello Ivaldi from Italy, our new race leader by a second. What a run.
Well done.
He can't believe it. He cannot believe it. I don't know why he can't believe it, because it was a blooming good run.
Shocked.
He's looking around at the crowd. He's saying, is that me? Is the clock fixed? Is the clock broken? What's happening? The Italian's not even watching. Come on, guys. That's better. You've got to watch the race. Oh, he's been on the water already.
He's a little bit excited, Ross.
He is excited. I mentioned
as he should be.
Yeah, he's put together some good runs this year. Is he going to break the hearts of the Spanish fans? Brodie Crawford.
No, it'd be hard to look for good money on Trave here.
Well, Trave's time in the semi was still faster than that.
Yes.
Trave went a 95.
95. Second to play with.
So
the pressure's on. Rafi's put the pressure on him.
He has put the pressure on him. Trave's going to have to do something very special. The home crowd, they will know it. They know their canoe slalom here in La Seu. They would know exactly what's at stake here. Ryan Wesley says, it's been nice, guys. Sorry, I need to desert now. I'm no longer in the middle position. She isn't.
Yeah. 97 was the few boys there at 97. He was on the stiff end.
Yep. So we're seeing some quality runs now, but this young man, one of the few paddlers to do in the men's division to do both K1 and C1, which is fantastic to see. I don't know what is C1 his preferred? Which one's he stronger at, would you say?
It's definitely C1, yeah.
Yeah.
I think he started doing more C1 and then just naturally was good at the K1 as well.
Wow, look at what he's throwing down here. He is really throwing everything out there. He does not want to die wondering.
That was a little caught up then. They've given him a touch rise at 6.
Oh, that could be the breaker, the deal breaker.
He's got a lot to film.
Oh, he got out of that okay. Mikhail Trave in front of the home fans. You can hear them getting on board. They want him to win. They want a gold medal.
He's got a lot to do now.
He really has. There's not even a review on gate 6. They've just given it to him straight out. No questions asked. And they're reviewing gate 9 as well. So Trave, the pressure of competing at home, it's a tough cross to bear.
Sure is 2.8. What's the medal? It's 1.11. So if he wants a medal, he's got a really good bottom here. It's looking pretty solid.
Yep. It's fast, just those touches. And if he gets that 2 seconds for gate 9, I think you can kiss your medal goodbye. But
yes, yeah.
at this stage for Trave, he's looked good down this part of the course, but hard for himself. So the young man from Spain.
This is going to be close.
It's going to be very close. He's not going to win a gold. Is he going to win a medal? Oh no, he's just outside. He's just outside. The gate touch making all the difference, because 2-second gate touch, he would have gone into the... Oh dear.
Wow, some tight racing today, wasn't it? The top 6, 2.1 seconds.
Gate touch there. The gate touch, without the gate touch, he would have been in the second fastest raw time on the course. The fastest raw time was Luca Božič. So there you go. We say it, Brody, you've got to stay clean, don't you?
Yeah.
It applies not just to slalom, it's life.
That's right, yeah.
Stay clean, folks.
It's always helpful.
Yep. But unfortunately for Mikhail Trave, not to be today. So, great result for Raffaello Ivaldi. I reckon he'll be emotional. I think he's going to have some really interesting thoughts on that race. We're going to hear from him in just a moment. Silver to Luca Božič, bronze to Marko Mrgorodci from Slovakia. A big result for those 3 paddlers. But Raffaello Ivaldi now, about his wonderful win today in La Seu.
Congratulations, you just won the 4th World Cup. How do you feel?
No, it's crazy. I can't believe it, you know. You work hard your entire life, and you work hard and you go to the races and you find these guys that are so good. Everybody is so good. Everybody is racing so hard, and you feel like you don't deserve to stay there in the middle of these guys. And so it's not easy. So you keep going, and at the end days like that arrive, and it's all worth it.
Amazing. That's really good. It was a really good run. You're happy with it?
Yeah, it was a bit worse than semi-final, but still not so bad. I think the other guys also made some mistakes. This helped me to get the win.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thanks a lot.
Well, my co-commentator Brody Crawford just wiping a tear from his eye there. Look, he's emotional, and it's interesting what he says. You know, that obviously up until today he's felt like he hasn't belonged.
Yeah, it's very interesting to hear. Very humble speech that was, because he's been quick for a long time and under 23 medals, but there's always doubt in sport.
Yeah,
but it drives you as well. So
yeah, it's, you know, you hear a lot of athletes and they just parrot words afterwards. You know, they don't mean anything. It doesn't give you any insight into their thinking, into what it means for them. I think that was beautiful. It was lovely, and I just, you know, thank you for your honesty. I think, Rafi, because, you know, you speak on, I think, what a lot of athletes think, that, you know, you wonder whether ever you're going to get the value for the effort you put in and get recognition for what you've done. And he obviously feels that today is the day that he can stand up and say, I deserve to be amongst these finalists. I deserve to be amongst these best athletes.
Absolutely. Awesome to see. Congratulations, Raffaello Ivaldi.
Yeah. Look at the emotion. So much emotion out there for all the paddlers. It is the World Cup, and gee, there were some mistakes made, but there was some great paddling as well, and we hope you've enjoyed it at home. There's been some fantastic racing in the men's and the women's canoe final. It's a real taster for what's to come as we prepare to go to London. Brodie Crawford in a couple of weeks' time.
Yeah, the big one, Ross. The real one that matters.
It does matter. It matters a lot, because that's where the quotas are won. And you can see Marta Bertoncelli there. Look at that. Look at that emotion, folks. Tell me that this means nothing. Tell me that this means nothing to these paddlers. Look at that raw emotion, folks, from Raffaello Ivaldi. Beautiful to see. I feel a bit teary myself now, Brodie. Look at you. You can't even talk, mate. Matej Banush now moves up to the top of the World Cup men's standing. He's leapfrogged. I don't know how that's happened. How's he leapfrogged Luca Božič? Didn't Božič finish in front of him? Anyway, it'll all make sense in the wash. It'll come clean, I'm sure. Benjamin Savsek sitting third. Adam Burgess fourth. Raffaello Ivaldi sitting there in fifth position. We'll check that out later. I'm not sure if that's accurate, but we'll get back to you on that. Brodie, thanks again, mate, as always, for joining us. Hopefully we might see you for the kayak cross.
Yeah, sounds good. I'll be racing, but we'll see how we go.
If you don't make the finals, mate, there's a seat here for you.
It's always a pleasure, Ross. Thank you very much.
And thank you for wherever you've been watching. I hope you've enjoyed our coverage today. We'll be back tomorrow with the men's and women's kayak finals, semi-finals and finals. Hope you can join us then. Until then, from La Seu, Spain, over and out.